Hello and welcome. Today, we're uncovering some of the most heartbreaking stories from the WWE Universe. We'll talk about the untimely of legendary wrestlers who left us far too soon. From the reasons behind their tragic passings to the impact these losses had on fans worldwide. We'll cover it all. And that's not all. There's also some very sad news about Damian that we'll share. Stay tuned till the end, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more WWE stories. Rick McGra, born on March 19, 1955, was a professional wrestler remembered for his high energy, resilience, and determination inside the ring. Although his wrestling career was relatively short, McGra made a lasting impression, particularly during his time in the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, now WWE, in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Standing at 5 feet 7 inches and weighing around 230 pounds, McGra was smaller than many of his contemporaries, but he compensated with a fast-paced, aggressive style that earned him the nickname Quick Draw. His agility and heart made him a fan favorite, especially as he often took on much larger opponents without hesitation. Throughout his career, McGra engaged in memorable rivalries with prominent wrestlers like Roddy Piper and Giant Slaughter, showcasing his technical skills and fearless approach. He also had the opportunity to team up with legends such as Andre the Giant, further highlighting his respected position within the wrestling community. McGra frequently appeared on WWF television shows and live events where his charisma and in-ring performances won over fans. Despite his promising career, McGra faced significant physical challenges as the demanding nature of professional wrestling took a toll on his health. Tragically, he cutting short what many believed could have been an even more impactful journey in the sport. Rick McGra's untimely deeply affected fans and fellow wrestlers alike. Though his time in wrestling was brief, his dedication, toughness, and spirited performances left a lasting legacy. McGra is remembered as a wrestler who fought with heart and determination, inspiring respect and admiration. His story remains a poignant reminder of the physical and mental toll professional wrestling can take, honoring a man who gave his all to the sport he loved. Bart Sawyer, born November 30th, 1965, was a well-respected figure in professional wrestling whose impact resonated throughout the sport during the late 1980s and 1990s. Known for his dynamic in-ring style, Sawyer captivated fans with a unique combination of high-flying maneuvers and technical skill, making him a memorable competitor across numerous wrestling promotions. Sawyer built a strong reputation primarily on the independent circuit, but also made appearances in some of wrestling's biggest stages, including the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, and the World Championship Wrestling, WCW. His ability to blend athleticism with charisma allowed him to connect with audiences and earned him respect from fellow wrestlers. Whether he was performing high-risk aerial moves or engaging in technical bouts, Sawyer's matches consistently showcased his versatility and dedication to his craft. Beyond his in-ring career, Bart Sawyer was deeply committed to the wrestling community. He played a vital role in mentoring young talent, sharing his extensive knowledge and experience to help guide aspiring wrestlers on their journeys. His involvement in training programs and developmental efforts demonstrated his passion for the sport extended well beyond just performing. Sawyer's mentorship helped nurture the next generation of wrestlers, ensuring his influence lived on through their growth and success. Tragically, Bart Sawyer. Despite his passing, his legacy remains strong within the wrestling world. Fans and colleagues continue to honor his memory, celebrating not only his achievements as a talented performer, but also his lasting contributions to the wrestling community. Sawyer's dedication, skill, and generosity have left an indelible mark on professional wrestling, ensuring he will be remembered for years to come. Mickey Henson, born on January 2nd, 1963, was a gifted professional wrestler who left a lasting mark on the wrestling world. She, leaving behind a powerful legacy. Beginning her wrestling journey in the late 1980s, Mickey quickly earned recognition for her athleticism, charisma, and unique ability to connect with audiences, qualities that set her apart in a competitive industry. Throughout her career, Mickie showcased her talent across various wrestling promotions, excelling in both singles matches and tag team competitions. Known for her fierce in-ring style and dynamic persona, she earned widespread respect from fans and fellow wrestlers alike. Her relentless tenacity and unwavering dedication to wrestling made her a beloved figure within the wrestling community. Beyond her accomplishments inside the ring, Mickie Henson was a passionate advocate for women's wrestling. She worked tirelessly to elevate the status and visibility of female athletes in a male-dominated sport, helping to open doors for future generations of women wrestlers. Her influence inspired many young wrestlers to pursue their dreams, driven by her example of commitment and passion. Mickie's untimely passing was deeply felt throughout the wrestling world. She is remembered not only for her in-ring achievements, but also for her kindness, mentorship, and the positive impact she had on those around her. Friends and colleagues celebrated her life and legacy, honoring the joy and inspiration she brought to the sport and its community. Mickie Henson's contribution to wrestling will always be cherished. Her spirit and dedication continue to live on in the hearts of fans and wrestlers who admired her, making her a true icon of women's wrestling and a lasting influence on the industry. Chyna, born Joan Marie Laure on December 27, 1969, was a trailblazing figure in professional wrestling, known for breaking barriers in a male-dominated sport. Standing 5 feet 10 inches tall with a strikingly powerful physique, she earned the nickname the Ninth Wonder of the World for her unique blend of strength, charisma, and athleticism. Chyna's impact on the wrestling world, especially during WWE's Attitude Era in the late 1990s and early 2000s, was nothing short of revolutionary. Starting her wrestling career in the late 90s, Chyna quickly rose to prominence with memorable feuds against major WWE stars like Triple H, Kurt Angle, and Chris Jericho. Her groundbreaking achievements included becoming the first woman to win the WWE Intercontinental Championship, an honor traditionally reserved for male wrestlers, solidifying her status as a true pioneer. She also captured the Women's Championship, proving her versatility and skill in the ring. Beyond wrestling, Chyna expanded her career into acting and reality television, appearing in shows such as The Surreal Life and Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew. These ventures highlighted her multifaceted talents, but also exposed her personal struggles. Throughout her life, she battled addiction issues, which took a toll on her later years. Chyna, but her legacy remains powerful and enduring. She paved the way for future generations of female wrestlers, inspiring countless women to challenge conventions and excel in the wrestling industry. Today, she is remembered not only for her groundbreaking accomplishments in the ring, but also for her role as a cultural icon who redefined what it meant to be a female athlete in professional wrestling. Her influence continues to resonate, making her an unforgettable figure in sports entertainment history. Brian Christopher, born Brian Lawler on January 10, 1969, in Memphis, Tennessee, was a charismatic professional wrestler best known as Grandmaster Sexay in WWE. As the son of wrestling legend Jerry the King Lawler, Brian grew up immersed in the sport, but carved his own path with his energetic style and vibrant personality. Starting his wrestling career in the early 1990s on the regional circuit, Christopher's big break came in 1997 when he signed with WWE. There, he embraced the flashy and fun persona of Grandmaster Sexay. Known for his signature dance moves and infectious energy, teaming up with Scotty 2 Hotty, the duo formed the popular tag team Too Cool, which quickly became a fan favorite. Their entertaining performances, unique choreography, and high-energy entrances helped them stand out during the WWE's Attitude Era. Christopher and Scotty 2 Hotty achieved notable success, including capturing the WWE Tag Team Championship. Their dynamic chemistry and fun-loving style brought a fresh, lighthearted vibe to the tag team division, making Too Cool a memorable act for wrestling fans in the late 1990s and early 2000s. After his WWE run, Brian Christopher continued wrestling on the independent scene, though his career was often marred by personal struggles and legal issues. Despite these challenges, his contributions to professional wrestling, especially his role in popularizing the Too Cool gimmick and influencing tag team wrestling, remain significant. Tragically, Brian Christopher, reportedly from suicide while in custody. His legacy endures through the energetic spirit and memorable moments he brought to the ring as Grand Master Sexay, forever remembered by fans and peers alike. Big John Studd, born John Minton on February 19, 1948, in Butler, Pennsylvania, was one of professional wrestling's most towering and unforgettable figures during the 1970s and 1980s. Standing an incredible 6 feet 10 inches and weighing over 400 pounds, Studd's massive size and strength made him a natural fit for the world of wrestling, where larger-than-life personas ruled. Billed as an unstoppable giant, he quickly became a dominant presence in the ring, captivating audiences with his power and commanding presence. Studd's career flourished primarily in the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWF, later known as WWE. He carved out a reputation as a formidable villain, often pitted against some of wrestling's biggest names. Among his most famous rivalries was the legendary feud with Andre the Giant. Their clashes, especially during the 1984 Royal Rumble, captured the imagination of fans and are still remembered as classic moments in wrestling history. Studd's ability to stand toe-to-toe with other giants like Andre helped solidify his place as one of the era's premier big men. Tragically, Big John Studd's life was cut short when he, at just 47 years old, due to complications from liver cancer. His illness shocked the wrestling community and saddened his family, who mourned the loss of a beloved husband and father. Despite his early passing, Studd's impact on professional wrestling endured. In recognition of his contributions, Big John Studd was posthumously inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2004. Today, his legacy as one of wrestling's most imposing giants remains strong, inspiring new generations of wrestlers who continue to honor his memory and achievements inside the squared circle. Melissa Coates, born June 18, 1971, in Markham, Ontario, Canada, was a dynamic force in professional wrestling, fitness, and modeling. From a young age, she showed a passion for athletics, which led her to become a successful bodybuilder. Her impressive physique and commitment to health paved the way for her transition into the wrestling world. Coates began her wrestling career in the late 1990s and quickly made a name for herself in promotions like Extreme Championship Wrestling, ECW, and World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. She stood out with her powerful in-ring style, combining strength, agility, and charisma, a skill set strengthened by her bodybuilding background. In ECW, she was known for engaging matches and compelling storylines, gaining respect from fans and peers during a time when women's wrestling was gaining more prominence. In WWE, Coates continued to showcase her talents, contributing to the evolving role of women in wrestling. Outside the ring, she was active in fitness modeling and competitions, often inspiring others with her dedication to physical fitness and positive body image. Melissa Coates' career was marked by resilience and determination as she broke barriers in a traditionally male-dominated sport. Tragically, but her legacy lives on. She remains an inspiration to aspiring female wrestlers and fitness enthusiasts alike, remembered fondly for her contributions to women's wrestling and her role in helping to elevate the sport for future generations. Luis Martinez, better known by his ring name Damian Priest, stands tall not only in stature, but is one of WWE's most compelling and enigmatic performers. Born on September 26, 1982, in the cultural melting pot of New York City, Priest's story is one of duality, balancing his rich Puerto Rican heritage with the realities of an American upbringing. His imposing frame, standing at 6 feet 5 inches, 1.96 meters, and weighing in at approximately 249 pounds, 113 kilograms, is just the beginning of what makes Damian Priest a force to be reckoned with inside and outside the squared circle. Early life and wrestling origins. From New York streets to Monster Factory, Luis Martinez grew up in the boroughs of New York, navigating a world shaped by the fusion of cultures around him. His Puerto Rican roots heavily influenced his identity, instilling in him a pride and resilience that would become core to his wrestling persona. But wrestling wasn't an overnight passion. It took years of dedication and hard work before he would step into the spotlight as Damian Priest. Priest's wrestling journey officially began in earnest when he enrolled at the renowned Monster Factory Wrestling School in New Jersey. The Monster Factory is legendary for shaping the careers of stars such as Bam Bam Bigelow, Sheamus, and many others. Under the guidance of seasoned trainers, Martinez refined his craft, learning the essentials of in-ring psychology, technical wrestling, and crowd engagement. He made his professional wrestling debut on March 25, 2005, wrestling across the independent circuit under various ring names. These early years in smaller promotions were critical, testing his resilience and allowing him to build a reputation for his hard-hitting, high-impact style, combined with a mysterious, dark charisma. Over time, his unique blend of power, agility, and a brooding persona earned him attention in the indie wrestling world, but it was clear his true potential lay ahead on the grander stage of WWE. Arrival and ascendancy in WWE, embracing the dark rock star persona. When Luis Martinez signed with WWE, he adopted the ring name Damian Priest, and it wasn't long before he captured fans' imaginations with a character unlike many others on the roster. His gimmick was a compelling fusion of gothic rock star swagger and lethal in-ring athleticism, mixing dark, brooding mystique with a charismatic edge. His entrance, complete with tattoos, ominous lighting, and a deep voiceover, set the tone for a performer who was more than just a wrestler. He was a presence. Priest's early days on WWE's NXT brand showcased his raw talent and versatility. He was equally comfortable delivering devastating power moves or executing nimble technical sequences that showcased his ring IQ. He quickly became a standout in the NXT roster, earning respect from peers and fans alike. It was clear that WWE was grooming him for bigger things. His eventual promotion to the main roster saw him continue to evolve. On Monday Night Raw, Damian Priest's combination of size, strength, and surprising agility made him an immediate threat to established names. He demonstrated a rare ability to blend old-school, hard-hitting wrestling with a modern, character-driven storytelling approach. Fans were drawn to his aura, equal parts enigmatic anti-hero and powerful warrior. A major milestone came when Priest won the WWE United States Championship, a victory that further cemented his rising star status. But the crowning achievement of his career so far came when he captured the World Heavyweight Championship. This moment validated his presence at the top of WWE's hierarchy, marking him as a legitimate main event player. The Smackdown shift and character evolution, navigating new challenges. The recent WWE draft saw Damian Priest move from Raw to Smackdown, a brand shakeup that sparked widespread speculation and discussion. Shifts between brands often come with new challenges, fresh rivalries, altered storylines, and opportunities for character growth or reinvention. Priest's role in WWE has been in flux. Initially portrayed as a dominant heel, a villain, he embraced the darker, more ruthless elements of his persona. However, recent months have seen a shift toward a babyface, heroic role. This change meant Priest showed more vulnerability, resilience, and emotional depth, trying to forge a stronger connection with the audience. While some fans appreciated this layered portrayal, others lamented the dilution of the edgy darkness that originally defined him. This transition is delicate. Wrestling fans are deeply invested in character authenticity, and shifts that feel forced or inconsistent can backfire. Priest's babyface turn remains a work in progress, with WWE's creative team balancing fan reactions and storyline needs carefully. It's a balancing act between maintaining the unique traits that made Priest popular and adapting to new narratives that might broaden his appeal. The Judgment Day Saga, Fame, Friction, and Fallout. One of the most significant recent chapters in Priest's WWE career was his involvement with the Judgment Day, a villainous faction also featuring Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, and Dominic Mysterio. The group was compelling and influential, dominating storylines with a mix of darkness and dominance. However, reports of backstage tension surfaced, especially regarding Priest's status within the faction. According to insider sources and wrestling journalists like Dave Meltzer and Sean Ross Sapp, Priest grew frustrated with being perceived as second fiddle to Balor and Ripley. His ambition for a solo world title run created friction, as plans for his character's trajectory appeared indecisive and inconsistent. WWE's creative team reportedly considered having Priest betray the group to launch a solo push, but these ideas were frequently altered or delayed. This creative limbo left Priest in a state of uncertainty, reflecting in some fans' perception of his character as inconsistent or underutilized. When Priest unexpectedly won the World Heavyweight Championship, it was celebrated by fans but viewed backstage by some veterans as a band-aid solution, a temporary fix rather than a fully committed long-term plan. Speculation arose that WWE intended to transition the title to other big names like Gunther, Cody Rhodes, or returning Seth Rollins, casting doubts on whether Priest was truly viewed as a top-tier cornerstone. These backstage undercurrents created a palpable tension visible to fans who closely follow WWE's storytelling nuances, leading to mixed reactions toward Priest's booking and storyline prominence. Injury worries, physical toll, and possible time. Off, Damian Priest's wrestling style is physically demanding. His combination of hard-hitting moves and high-flying agility puts significant stress on his body. Several sources have indicated that Priest has been managing chronic lower back pain and knee issues, injuries that may have started during his NXT days and worsened over time. WWE's medical staff has reportedly cleared him to compete, but insiders express concern that Priest may need time off to properly heal, especially with the physically intense WWE summer schedule on the horizon, including high-profile events like SummerSlam. Rumors suggest that WWE is preparing for Priest potentially dropping the World Heavyweight Championship sooner than anticipated. Options being discussed include a clean title loss or a dramatic Money in the Bank cash-in scenario that could protect Priest while passing the belt to another star. In recent matches, fans have noticed a subtle slowdown in Priest's pacing and his cautiousness in executing certain moves, further fueling speculation about his durability and future availability. Fan reactions. Divided and dynamic. Priest's transition from a dark, enigmatic heel to a more relatable babyface has divided the WWE universe. Online communities such as Reddit's Squared Circle and social media platforms show a wide spectrum of opinions. Many fans admire the added depth and emotional nuance Priest brings as a babyface. His stories of loyalty, perseverance, and fighting through adversity resonate with those craving character-driven wrestling narratives. For these fans, Priest's journey feels authentic and inspiring. Conversely, a vocal segment of the audience misses the rebellious, brooding, anti-hero version of Priest, a character who stood apart in WWE's landscape with his rock star vibe and edge. Some fans hope for a return to this darker persona, drawing parallels to Roman Reigns' early tribal chief era, where a complex, morally ambiguous character commanded attention. WWE's creative team appears to be aware of these mixed reactions. There is reportedly ongoing discussion about re-darkening Priest's character to recapture some of that mystique without fully reverting to a villain role. A nuanced character tweak that could prove pivotal in defining his trajectory. Hollywood beckons. Crossroads. Beyond? Wrestling. Outside the ring, Damian Priest's striking presence and charisma have caught the attention of Hollywood. Reports indicate that casting agents for action and superhero projects have expressed interest in Priest, impressed by his natural charisma, deep voice, and physicality. A WWE-commissioned audition tape reportedly sent to major studios showcased Priest's potential as a leading man in supernatural or action genres. This aligns with WWE's recent trend of wrestlers successfully transitioning to film and television careers, following in the footsteps of icons like The Rock, Batista, and John Cena. Should injuries or creative frustrations grow, Priest might explore a part-time wrestling schedule to accommodate a burgeoning entertainment career. WWE, aware of this possibility, might accelerate certain storylines to maximize Priest's current momentum or build his legacy status, preparing fans for a future role as a WWE legend, regardless of his full-time status. Looking ahead, Damian Priest's uncertain but promising path. Damian Priest's WWE career is at a pivotal moment. He has already accomplished a lot, capturing the World Heavyweight Championship, gaining mainstream attention, and earning the confidence of WWE's top brass to lead major storylines. These achievements prove he has what it takes to be a star. However, the path ahead is filled with challenges that could shape his future. Physically, wrestling at the highest level demands resilience. Injuries and wear and tear are constant threats, and Priest must carefully manage his health to avoid setbacks. Behind the scenes, WWE's backstage politics can influence a wrestler's trajectory just as much as in-ring performance. Navigating those dynamics while maintaining strong relationships is crucial. Fan engagement is another key factor. Damian's unique charisma, combined with his distinct look and in-ring style, has built him a loyal following. But keeping fans invested requires consistent character development and compelling storytelling, something WWE's evolving creative direction will heavily impact. Beyond wrestling, Damian faces decisions about his broader career. Many wrestlers now explore opportunities outside the ring, from acting and music to business ventures. Priest has the talent and personality to cross into other entertainment fields, which could diversify his brand but also pull focus from wrestling. His journey highlights the modern complexity of professional wrestling, where athleticism, character work, backstage realities, and outside opportunities all collide. As SmackDown's landscape shifts, all eyes are on Priest to see if he can rise to WWE's true main event elite or fall victim to creative stagnation and physical strain. What remains certain is that Damian Priest's story is still unfolding. The next chapter will be crucial, whether he cements himself as a WWE legend or becomes a versatile entertainer, carving out a broader path beyond wrestling. Either way, his legacy is yet to